All right, number 3. We're given the equation y equals 5x to the 6th minus 3x to the 4th plus 2x minus 9. And we want to know how many turning points at most will this have. When you look at the equation, you look at each of the terms. This is a term, 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 term. You look at the degree of each term. The degree is the number of exponents, or the power of the exponent. So this is 6. This is 4. This is understood to be a 1, and this does not have a variable, so it would be a 0 degree. So each of these has a degree. The highest degree is the degree of the polynomial. So this is a 6th degree, okay? And if you want to find the number of turning points, turning points is the degree minus 1. Okay, so whatever your degree is, the highest exponent you have, you take 1 from that. So in this case, it'll be 6 minus 1. So our number of turning points, or max number of turning points, would be 5. Number 4, we want to determine whether the following function is a polynomial function. If the function is a polynomial function, state its degree. If it is not, tell why not. Write the polynomial function in standard form. Identify the leading term and constant term. Okay, so we have this. So by definition, I guess I could probably go show you that in the textbook. But a polynomial is one term, like a number or one variable, or the product of one or more variables. So we'll have multiplication. If you see a negative exponent, it's not a polynomial. If you have square root, rational exponents, not a polynomial. If you have a variable in the denominator, not a polynomial. So in this case, we have f of x is equal to, I'm going to put it in order. So x to the 4th, that's the biggest exponent, so that's going to go out front. This is what they mean, put it in order. And then we have plus 6x, so that x has a degree of 1. So 4 is bigger than 1, so count from largest to smallest. That's what we want to do. So the degree of this would be 4. Okay. The leading term, or the leading coefficient, the number in front of here, is understood to be a 1. So I'm going to say leading, I don't know if they asked that, coefficient is just a term that means once you identify the leading term, the biggest exponent, the number in front of that will be the leading coefficient. It's understood to be a 1. Now they did ask for constant term. Constant would be the term that does not have a variable attached to it. So like in this example up here, 9 would be the constant term. Here our constant term would be 0. Constant just refers to a number. A number is constant because it doesn't change. A variable is called a variable because it varies from problem to problem. So this x, whatever we plug in, may not be the same as this x in a different problem. So the degree, and let me see if I can also just pull up, no, it doesn't show the textbook here. All right, so I'm not going to go back and look for it. I was going to show you the definition in the textbook. So we have the degree, and then this part says, write it in standard form, identify the leading term and the constant, select the choice below if necessary. Okay, so the polynomial in standard form, so we're just going to put it in order, was x raised to the 4th, and then plus 6x. The leading term, so this whole thing is the leading term. They didn't ask the leading coefficient. So once you put it in order, the term out front is the leading term. And it kind of rolls. So x to the 4th. The constant term, we don't have a constant term. It's going to be 0. We don't have anything like that at the back.